Et salut tout le monde, on se retrouve pour l'épisode 14 de Lords of the Fallen. Alors je pense qu'on est à la fin du jeu. Oh, il y a grand moyen. Ah voilà, ouais, j'étais là. Il y a grand moyen, alors c'est Adyr, l'exilé dévoué. Ah. Ok.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulation? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth. For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me, and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Ah, c'est lui.
The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who
J'ai pas eu le temps de me soigner.
And when I created the Rogar
Et donc
as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill God, despite their best efforts.
Mais
In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren realm, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods.
oh là
Because
là.
of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet how consistent hubris of humanity.
Ah ouais, je l'ai tué ou quoi? Ah la blague. Faut vraiment repartir là-bas?
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth. For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me. and
En fait,
waged
si
a
je tue des
terrible
gars comme
war
ça...
of needless slaughter.
Faut que je tue les marqués en
The
fait.
judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to
Là-bas,
me.
là, lui.
And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces.
Oh là là, c'est incroyable ça.
I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts. In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren ground, which has served as my prison ever since.
Lui aussi, il est marqué.
Mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me.
Oh là là, c'est terrible.
Time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods. Because of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded
Faut
themselves
tous les tuer avant que
into
ça se forme,
believing
c'est
a
ça?
triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled
Ça met
in
hyper
my
cher quoi.
name. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of guiding themselves.
Ah, j'ai fait le...
Sorely mistaken.
Ah là 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 là.
Now more than ever. Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth? For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the heathen forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts. In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren ground, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods. Because of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it.
Oh là là!
themselves, but have been sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me now more than ever. And what of other beings who claim godhood? Where are they?
Je sais que j'en avais utilisé
What
moins.
of Aureus and the abhorrent umbral creature? They are cowards, hiding in foresight and obfuscating shadow, deeming you unworthy of their presence, their communion. And yet, here I stand before you with true words and open arms. For I love all of my children, even the wayward ones. Listen to me. You must stop this before you allow yourself to condemn all of mankind for eternity. I am not your enemy, only what my own enemies fear.
Bon allez.
The loss of the dominion they have established for themselves in my absence. Cease your misguided violence. Now.
Quel?
I look upon you with pity, my lost child. For you have been deceived and enslaved by forces who regard you as nothing more than an instrument through which they might enact their blasphemous will and prevent my rightful return.
Donc c'est la fin. Ok. Bon ben voilà la fin du let's play de Lords of the Fallen. On se retrouve pour d'autres aventures. Allez, ciao tout le monde.